I will head to the boardwalk, down by Margate. See if we can't get Rossetti to stick his head out.
You need to watch out for civilians.
No, we need to watch out for ourselves. The rest is for you to clean up.
The season finale is titled Margate Sands. Margate Sands is actually referred to in a poem by T.S. Eliot called The Wasteland, basically talking about the state of the world after World War I and how things have completely fallen apart. The Margate Sands that Eliot refers to is near Kent, England, a beachfront town where he went to convalesce after suffering a nervous breakdown. Margate is also an area of Atlantic City, so for us it really worked very well. I mean, things in Atlantic City seem to be falling apart, and certainly The Wasteland is something that was evoked for us as writers, and we thought that would be a great title for the episode.
Who do you think you are?
Charlie.
It's my idea! My deal!
Charlie.
You wouldn't lift a finger. Sit behind your desk making phone calls.
Charlie, if you don't shut up, we're both dead. Yes.
This episode really marks the end of the relationship between Rothstein and Luciano as we've known it. Now, 23 was really a demarcation point for both of them. That heroin arrest was really pivotal for Luciano. He really became a pariah in the gangster community. It wasn't that people didn't know that heroin trafficking was happening, it was just getting arrested for it and making it so public was really a problem.
How you doing, kid?
So this is Rothstein saying goodbye to Luciano, saying, okay, you made your decision, you want to ally yourself with Mazzaria, it's time for you to move on.
I'm offering you a way out. If I can deliver Masseria, do we have a deal?
By the end of the episode, Nucky completely outmaneuvers Rothstein. He gets what he wants in the idea that Rothstein tells Mazzaria to pull his men from the Artemis Club. And of course, Nucky has now created a huge problem for Joe Mazzaria and a tremendous problem for Arnold Rothstein. Once Nucky got what he wanted, he completely turned the tables on Rothstein by putting him in the middle of this really dangerous situation with Joe Mazzaria. This is Nucky saying, you think you're going to take advantage of me? Well, welcome to the club. Here's what I have for you.
Put it down.
Tommy, close your eyes.
Harrow's rescue of Tommy is really a culmination of, I think, all of the frustration he's felt all season in terms of being able to get Tommy away from this horrific situation. Once he's thrown out of the Artemis Club, it would have been very easy for Harrow to just continue and walk away, but he's extremely loyal, certainly still feels that responsibility toward Jimmy and to Tommy himself. And there's no way he's going to let that kid stay in there in this very dangerous situation. So this is sort of a commando mission, an all-or-nothing raid by Harrow. And as we've seen, Harrow is an extremely capable marksman, an extremely capable fighter, and he certainly gets what he came for.
Body goo-goo with the goo-goo-googly eyes. When the horses ran that day, Sparkplug ran the other way. Body Google!
Jip's poor management skills come back to visit him in a big way at the end of the episode when he's murdered by Tonino and his other men. The decision to have Tonino do it really speaks more to who Nucky is as a leader. This is the kind of thing that gang leaders generally try to delegate to someone else.
Sorry, I got her.
The idea that Jip is going to be stabbed and beaten to death by his own men is really the worst possible way that Jip could go out. Would have been better for Jip to at least look Nucky in the eye and meet his end that way, but letting Tonino stay alive to tell the tale, he wants to send that message to Joe Mazzaria.
This is only money. It doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
The end of the season, we find Nucky alone and transitioning into a new phase as a gangster. His relationship with Margaret, as we know it, is effectively over. She'd rather be alone and on her own than to continue this relationship with this man who she knows is bad. It's really at this point, I think, that Nucky's transitioning from the showboater, public figure into more of an underground gangster. As he moves on, he's going to be more thoughtful, less of a peacock, more of a strategist, more of a formidable person who doesn't really seek attention but certainly gets it whether he wants it or not.